Lord knows that Sheryl Swoopes is a liar and proven over and over and over again, over and over and over again. It never stops. It never stops. And now Sabrina Ionescu is the target. Welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant, powered by Coming Down the Podcast, where we talk facts over feelings. I am your host, Rudy Rodriguez Showmont, aka Rudy the Hammer, and I'm bringing it to you live once again with another rant here today, where we talk about the lies that Sheryl Swoopes continues to spew. I swear to God, this woman's never looked up anything before in her life, or she just doesn't care. Which one is it, Sheryl? But either one proves that you're completely and utterly incompetent. We are sitting here now with the NBA All-Star game coming up, and it came up that Caitlin Clark decided she was not going to compete in this NBA All-Star shootout with Sabrina and Clay and Steph and whatever the hell newest gimmick they have formed in the NBA to try to draw viewership and create the men versus women matchup that they had last year when Sabrina went over and shot against Steph. Now, this was on Gil's Arena, and before I show it to you again, welcome back, everyone, to another edition of Rudy's Rant. I appreciate y'all and all my loyal followers being here with me today once again. Be sure to like, leave a comment, hit the bell if you haven't done so yet. And for those of you who are new, I hope you enjoy the content you are about to see. Drop a comment, leave a like, and subscribe to the channel. Let's jump on this thing, because on Gil's Arena, there was a conversation involving the three-point contest with Caitlin Clark deciding she wasn't going to compete in the NBA event, and that she wanted to make her first three-point contest be in the WNBA, and that's perfectly fine. And I have zero issue with Caitlin Clark making that decision. That is her call. It would be fun to see her do it, but realistically, I couldn't care less. I know some people have made a big thing about it, a big stink about it. Not me. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, I don't. It doesn't matter to me. I don't even watch the NBA All-Star Weekend. It's awful. It's brutal. It's not fun. Every time they set a new record in points, it's because they've changed all the rules. Go back and you look at who the real record holder is, and I believe it's Craig Hodges. Because before they changed all the rules to have a full rack of money balls and have a 4-point shot or whatever the hell other new gimmick they created, Craig Hodges was the one. Craig Hodges was the one, I believe, that had that record. So all these new points records in the three-point contest are all fugazi. They're all fake. They're all nonsense. But they decided last year to do this Steph versus Sabrina deal, and it was fun. I did watch it on replay because I didn't see it live. Like I said, the dunk contest is atrocious. The seals contest doesn't matter. Nobody cares in these games. It's just a waste of time and energy. And I mean, I'm not going to watch it again this year. I have no interest whatsoever. So they're discussing this, and as crazy as it sounds, Sheryl Swoopes actually gets nauseous and tries to defend Caitlin Clark. But while she defends Caitlin Clark, she makes up a lie about Sabrina Ionescu. Like, Lord, lady, do you look anything up before you come on this damn show with these guys? They should not let you on. Maybe the moderator, Josiah, should hand you his computer so you can Google search shit before you speak on it, because you clearly don't do that before you step on that stage. You should have your own computer in your hand checking, okay, well, I'm going to say this because I don't make sure this is right. But she doesn't care. She doesn't care if she's right. She doesn't care if she's wrong. She just says whatever the fuck she feels at that moment, even if it's a bold-faced lie and not true. So here is what happened.
As separate as it seems, I think she's doing the noble thing as a female leader. She's putting the females first. She's saying, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it here first. I'm not gonna, because it's piggybacking. It's kind of what's happening. and it's basically allowing Caitlyn to come over and bring this crowd over here to our crowd. And it's not our crowd going over to there. So she would rather y'all come see me first. Let me be the winner over here. Cause she might lose. Hey, fuck around and lose your first one over here. What's the point of going over here with the confidence that I'm
No, I respect that. Because Sabrina did the opposite, right? Sabrina shot in last year's All-Star game with Steph, but refused to participate in the WNBA three-point shooting contest. So
here's where it gets worse. They just agree with her. They just fucking agree with her. My God Almighty, these idiots are agreeing with her because they don't even know themselves. They don't want. See, this is where the exposure comes. They don't even watch the WNBA, so they have no idea. Rashad McCants has never turned on a WNBA game in his life. Gil has never watched the WNBA game. Josiah never watched the WNBA game, and they sit here and say, "Yeah, you're right." Like, I hope they correct it because I haven't seen the whole video. I heard this part. I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great opportunity for Caitlyn to take advantage of that.
Good shit. There are also reports that Steph may participate in the WNBA.
Yeah, I was just wondering, can the men go down there and get a couple awards and shit?
Like, go ahead and steal a couple. Go ahead and steal a couple.
I know Trump is in office, but fuck this.
Go ahead down there and feel good about myself.
Get a couple of awards.
But I can beat you.
I can beat you.
All right. No one corrected this. They agreed with her because they don't fucking know what they're talking about on this show half the time. They go off the cuff. It's like when Gilbert Arenas was losing his mind about Kyrie not being on the Olympics and Kenyon Martin was about to snap his head off because he said, it's the fucking world. They care about they care about opinions in the world. They weren't going to just throw Kyrie in this team with all his nonsense that would come out of his mouth. So no, they weren't going to put Kyrie on the team. And Gil's like, well, what does it matter? No, you don't want to have protests in front of an Olympic building during the Olympics, dingbat. Like, it's crazy the shit that comes out of these guys' mouths. I love Rashad McCants because he says it with his chest, filterless. He checks these folks all the time. And I typically like Kenyon Martin too. Gil just says shit left and right. About the only thing I can agree with on Gil right about now is the Jimmy Butler stuff. Because I completely agree with him on Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler played with a bunch of dogs and carried these motherfuckers to a finals twice. And they're sitting here acting like he didn't earn his damn money. But nonetheless, I digress. Let's move back into what this is. Because this is, again, another example of the pooper neuter. The one dude, KC says the pooper super. Well, the pooper neuter is my word. And look, you remember this? Do you remember this? Do you remember this? No, you don't, Gil. You don't, Rashad, because you didn't watch it. Hell, how about you, Sheryl? Do you remember this?
Sabrina Ionescu. Sabrina will start in the far corner. Her money ball rack is on the far wing.
That is the three-point contest. That is the three-point contest in 2023. 2023. Yeah, you must not have been there, Sheryl. Let's get to this last rack real fast where she's sitting here. I'm not going to do all the other stuff and watch the whole thing, but look at what she's doing right here. Oh, why is it spinning? It's spinning. Oh, yeah. Stop spinning. Let's get back here. Why isn't it playing? Come on, internets. Don't mess with me now. What is going on? Am I having some internet glitch? Am I having an internet glitch right now? This is ridiculous. I switched the video because this one's the one that's working, so bear with me here.
In the corner. This is incredible. Sabrina Ionescu, you bet. The greatest performance we have ever seen in this contest.
So not only did she compete in the three-point contest in 2023, before she went over to the NBA to do the thing with Steph, She set a record doing it. She set a record doing it. This was 2023. She went over to the NBA to do that thing in 2024. So I have to wonder what in the world is Sheryl Swoopes talking about? Because once again, I will have to call the bullshit, call the cap, call the nonsense, and remind her that part of her job when she sits on a stage with people and talks about professional sports is that she should have some level of accuracy. Have some level of accuracy. And it's funny how she tried to actually make a compliment to Caitlin Clark while doing this. While it made her feel sick to her stomach. But again, she's lying. Like, this woman has no concept of truth. She doesn't know anything about these sports, it seems like. I don't even know it's I don't even know what to say anymore about this shit. Because it's every single time Sheryl Swoopes speaks, it's a lie. There's nothing that Sheryl Swoopes could ever say that you could ever sit here and say, yeah, that's a well thought out comment, a well thought out point. And man, I learned something today for having listened to what you had to say. I hope in every video that I do that I'm able to provide you with some level of information or commentary that maybe you didn't think about, you didn't know, or you didn't consider. Now, will I be successful in every video that I do in that capacity? Probably not, because I'm not perfect. Far from it. Make tons of mistakes. Hell, I make mistakes in the videos and I self-correct while I'm in the video sometimes. It is what it is. And I go back and edit as much as I can, but sometimes I miss it and I self-correct in videos. And I have never seen Sheryl Swoopes provide a coherent thought that actually gave me some level of education in any sport. Of course, where the one sport would have to be the WNBA. I've never come away from watching her and said, man, I didn't know that. I didn't think about that. I didn't this. I didn't that. Every time I watch her, she's lying. It's not even that I'm learning. It's like it's the complete opposite. It's that she's telling another lie. She's lying about somebody every fucking time. Even if it's lying to help somebody, she's lying. She's lied about Angel Reese. Just tried to make Angel Reese more than she really is as a basketball player. She lies about everything she says. There's nothing that comes out of that woman's mouth involving sports that is not a lie. It's funny, people, when you think of people as you ever have friends that you have people that you know that you have conversations with, and you're sitting there listening to them, and you're sitting there saying, "Is anything you're saying the truth?" Like in your brain, you're in your mind, you're like, "This motherfucker just is lying left and right." Like it's nothing but an embellished story. Like it's yeah, I did this, I did that, I did this, I did that, da 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 da. It's always fabricated nonsense, and I think it's crazy. But that's what I look at when I look at Sheryl Swoopes. I look at someone who doesn't even know that lying is just part of her. Making up shit is just part of her. I'd love to find that day where that one day comes where I sit here and say, damn, Sheryl, I learned something from you today. I think that day will never come. But once again, now Sabrina Ionescu is the victim of a Sheryl Swoopes lie. Let me know how you feel about that, Sabrina. I hope the New York Liberty fans clap back at this hard, because they should be going after Sheryl Swoopes now. Because Indiana Fever fans have had enough to deal with her lying about everything Indiana related, anything Caitlin Clark related, and it's grown tired. Next thing she'll tell you is that Jewel Lloyd's an efficient basketball player. I'm waiting for that one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. The pooper neuter, Sheryl Swoopadoober. Just making up names now. Whatever. Rudy's Rant, facts over feelings. Be sure to like, subscribe, follow, ring that bell, leave a comment. Appreciate y'all. Come on now.